This is one of those occasions where I feel that I must vent. The last couple of weeks, years, months, years have not been easy, but let's just do the last couple of weeks. So, last week, I had a bit of a fall chasing after a missing dog, as well as trying to adapt a new dog called Draco to the home with four other dogs. At the same time as the bank is telling me they're going to take my house, and I'm doing everything I can to save it, as well as multiple other things. And then there was a big storm that lasted 5 days. Really bad storm, like took down fence at my front, both sides, and the back, which means that the dogs can just like get out. Today I've been reflecting on things friends have sent me and looking at the raw materials I have around me, which is not much, on a cliff edge in a desert closer to the Sahara than anything else. But I did grow some bamboo. In fact, no, my late husband planted a lot of bamboo, and and it's grown. It's not always been watered, unfortunately, because of problems with the. That's another thing altogether. The entire sewage pump system. Anyway, the bamboo that died is bamboo. I mean, like actually nice, quite shiny bamboo once you peel off the outside, which I've realised recently. So I'm thinking maybe I can plait or weave or, well, that's about all I can do. I was going to say crochet, but I've never mastered that, into some sort of fencing so the dogs don't get out. But there's just one of the random ideas that has occurred to me today in an attempt to make things better and just survive. And I did have a little win this week. So, since about April 21, when my husband left, I've been trying to get the electricity put in a position where I could pay it, like a normal person, online, direct debit. And it wasn't, they wouldn't permit it. So I tried again after he died, and they said no, they didn't recognize like my ID, or and that I didn't have a bank account now at this point because my husband made that impossible. Uh, so it's taken this long. So from 2021 to now, with help from local charities who have been really helpful, and managed to get it just so it would be in my name, but I still couldn't see bills online. Anyway, cut a long story short, finally I got a call a couple of days ago, managed to get most of it sorted out by the amazing help of somebody called Catalina at Endesa, who I just feel hugely grateful to after all this time. And has arranged for me to be able to see my bills online and pay by direct debit. It's just like all these things were just, I thought they were normal, easy, just accepted them, took them for granted all this time until it's gone this long without them. And it's been a case of travel 30 kilometres to the nearest post office to pay them in person, and then not have a bill that you can pay in person, and just ask the post office people, please, can you look? Or just put some money on it, do whatever, so that my electricity doesn't get cut off for the seventh or eighth time during this entire period. And it takes a long time and a lot of money to get it back on, and it always has. So I got that sorted, and a new deal with Endesa. Oh. A new deal means that I could wash clothes, cook, have lights on, Boil the kettle. I've actually not limited boiling the kettle up, so that's why I hesitated there. That would be a lie. But everything else, washing, showering, laundry, cooking, I've just mainly done at the weekends for about 2 years, or if there's a bank holiday, I can do it then because it's cheap electricity or enough so that it's not so much I can't afford to pay it. And she said, with this new tariff, you just can use it all day long. I mean, I'm going to guess it's still more, it's probably the same, but either way, hopefully it's better. And so today I came to my kitchen after feeding the dogs and walking the dogs and playing with the dogs and grooming the dogs and doing all of those things separately because Draco is not integrated with the others yet and it's going to take some time. Um, that I'll cook a chicken leg with some actual vegetables. Like, I couldn't wait. And the oven is broke, as well as not having any water. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? What the fuck? What the fuck? But really, yeah, it's shit, but it's not the end of the world. And I think a couple of years ago, I would have coped with it much, much worse. But instead, I was like, well, there's still stuff I can do, like Draco's end of night massage and take care of the other dogs and have a glass of wine and figure out what I can cook with an air fryer and a hob. And also the fact that I just got given a handful of fish, like 4 fish, from my English student, an 8-year-old boy from next door, which is like, come on, thank you, universe. May I take my oven? But you gave me some fish and perhaps more gratitude for things I took for granted, but I don't really take anything for granted right now. I just feel really grateful if anything is going right. I hope everyone else's lives are going slightly better and that you'll all get to cook something or eat some hot food on Christmas Day. I shall, because I still have a kettle and I think I still have a mugshot or a pot noodle tucked away somewhere for these kind of emergencies.